Students' experience was pretty interesting initially. They felt like this wasn't the way to learn, and I think it was, well, I don't think, I know exactly what it was. It was something we were teaching the students in a traditional way that they became accustomed to, the way of not learning, talking in front of the class. But once we presented the flip method and we started doing more activities, bringing the podcast out home, and they really started to buy in on it and loved it. I actually, which is pretty interesting, is we just flipped our paramedic class. And when my EMTs who were in the flip class found out we were flipping the paramedic, I had 7 students sign up that day just because we were flipping it. They say that's the only way they want to learn from here forward. So it was actually a great experience. It was great to see how the students just grab all this information, how it comes to fruition with them, and how they embrace it and become more of a competent EMT than I've seen in the past. So it was really great experience with the students.
The more I flip the classroom, the more the students enjoy it. They feel that they're engaged, they feel like they're contributing to the classroom, and they do feel like they learn more things in depth than if someone is just standing there lecturing. They always ask, when are we going to do something? What's coming up next? They do ask, when is Miss Truba coming back to do another activity with us? So it definitely is very impactful for the students, especially at the high school level. They can't last more than 20 minutes sitting still to begin with. So the more you do a flipped classroom with those students, the more you have them engaged, the better they're going to learn the material.
The students came out of our class ready to perform job duties that routinely students have come out of other programs not being prepared for. The use of the portfolio system with the flipped classroom was extremely beneficial to not only the students, but to the prospective employers of those students as well. And it wasn't just one isolated employer that has benefited from this program. When students actually went and took the National Registry test, they came back and a few of the statements were, wow, I thought you said that was a difficult test. They were not as apprehensive when they went to take the test because they'd already been put in similar situations prior to going to take the National Registry exam.
As a father of three daughters, if my daughters had a choice to actually have a physical conversation with me or versus text me, they would all choose 100% text. I'll text you, Dad. So this is how the students, they process, these young kids now. And I want to say young, actually the adults are starting to process that way as well because of technology. It's a technology-driven industry now, and people just are more engaged. I think this is something we always knew, but there was really no research or nobody willing to invest time to see if that's the way they do learn. And now with all this research coming, you see that actually students do well using the other skills such as, kinesthetic, the hands-on, the visual props, and just the activities, interactive. I actually had an instructor who's been teaching my flip class come up to me and says, hey man, the flip stuff is great. We started doing the case studies, but they're PowerPoint, Felix. Is there any way to take the PowerPoint and do something else? The students are falling asleep when we bring a PowerPoint. It's kind of like a kick in the gut. They're like, oh, PowerPoints, really? Can we get this into an activity? So they're so used to the activities, they want nothing to do with PowerPoint. So I thought it was pretty interesting. So we actually took our case studies and put it into a game so the students would be more engaged.